Well, here we go then, boys and girls. Transfer window complete, and I'm recording this intro before the start of the new season. Not 5 matches in, because we're mixing 2 streams together. This is definitely being recorded before the season starts. Disregard the changing shirt and the lengthening of my hair. It's fine. Right, so even after all of these transfers, the squad itself, the team, looks very similar to what we were using before. Right, so here's a right, yeah, he'll be playing as an inside forward, don't you worry. Escobar likes to be a winger. Everyone else, that seems to work quite nicely. Have we checked in on the media preview? I mean, that's ridiculous. Gomez still in the Dream 11, though. Let's see wonderful things from Gomez. Kick him. He's a moth. Kick him. Oh, King George, what are you doing? Oh, no. The King George reign is over. FM have been telling me all summer that he needed replacing. And now it's going to prove it to me in the match engine. We've all seen it happen. Just inexplicable goalkeepers going rubbish for no reason. FM does this all the time. It's not even subtle. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been down this road many times before. It's like when it just randomly decides a tactic's not going to work. There's no change in the game's mind. If it's decided King George is done, King George is done. He's just flapping around. Things like this are what put people off playing football. This is what turns people away from the game when stuff like this happens. It's so annoying. Hopefully he's just having a one-off bad game. But I've played enough Football Manager over the years to know the signs. There we go. Escobar gets one back. Demand more. Oh, blimey. Mensah's got himself sent off there. Snapping a man in two. That's the first red card we've had in ages. I can't even remember the last time we had a red card. Well, that was not a good first day of the season. Right, Coulson is going, so we should be able to get Fernando in. As long as he gets a work permit to go to... Okay. So he's got to get a work permit to leave. That's a new one, isn't it? Right, so Coulson's gone. Can we now afford... We can't, but Hill's going as well, so then we'll be able to. So now Fernando can come in, and then we can see how much money we've got left to go and try and get another one, maybe. So he's going to be quite good, I suspect. We've got a keeper coming in. Don't worry. This guy will be fine. Right, how much money have we got left? 1.2 million. How much is he going to cost? Nothing. So we can go back to our little list of cheap young boys and see what we can scavenge. We might go for him anyway. Because I think we can probably shift some money around and get him. Plus, we've got Parker to sell. And he could come in and offer competition at right back. That guy's 19 in a week, is he? Or Fernando's 19 in a week? Who's 19 in a week? Either way, doesn't matter. Right, so we have our new goalkeeper coming in. He's only coming in as backup. Is he actually going to be any good? I mean, we'll bring him in and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, eh? We'll stick him in the youth team. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, let's Walter! near to me, Walter. Boom. We rename him Gunther, only when he takes over as starting keeper. The thing is, we'll have to sell King George, because if we don't sell him, he's going to get upset when he doesn't get registered in the Champions League squad, and I can't register 2 non-homegrown goalkeepers when we already can't register a full squad. So we may as well let him leave rather than upset him and have him insist that he leaves. Let him leave with his head held high. Right, he can't go out on loan because he's one of the ones we're trying to get homegrown. Parker is gone. Right, we need Webster to stay because he's Scottish. You're an important backup. That's easy for you to say. You are... How many times over the years have I had Webster had this conversation with him, and he always comes back, holds me in the highest regard. You're 30 years old. You're earning more money than you've ever earned in your career, and you're going to be sat on the bench for 8 Champions League games. You'll never have the opportunity to do that anywhere else. Just shut up. Oh, God, we're already playing Hibs. This has come a little soon. Fernando's already picked up a knock. Do we take him off? Kind of want to see if he's any good. Football. Football goal. If a team finishes with more than 90 points in the Prem, regardless of their final position in the league, does that make them one of the best teams to have competed this season in the Prem? No. Football. What style of play are we using? We are controlling possession, as demonstrated by having less possession than Hibs in this match. Yeeks, King George. Yeah, you bow your head, King George. I'm sorry, King George. We loved you while you were the man. But we have our first legitimate Wonderkid. A Brazilian Wonderkid, no less. We have Brazil's future international goalkeeper. I imagine he's probably the Dream 11 keeper already at 18. Yep. Sorry, King George. The question now... Okay. Go about your business, Director of Football. Tam Stewart being pushed down to the reserves. I mean, it does make sense, but can we do... I want to do a dummy Champions League registration and see if there's any way we can keep King George. I suspect there isn't. I don't know if we can sign this guy because I don't know how it fits into the Wang Jangler. Now, I know I want him because he's much better than all our other players, so he can come in. We'll worry about registration later. He's a big upgrade. We got a future fee on him. It's another Colombian. An optional future fee of 8.75 million. I mean, there's nobody we can move on to make room for him. Unless we got rid of Williams. But getting rid of Williams seems a bit harsh when he's still a regular starter for us. Can you do the dummy registration now? Nope. It's annoying. There's our fixtures. I tell you what. I mean, obviously there's a couple of hard ones in there. But I would say there's at least 3 winnable ones, if not 4. And you probably only need to win 3 to get into the knockout round. But Aris, Sevilla, Club Bruges, maybe even Rennes as well. I reckon we can get to the knockout rounds here. And we've just been given £12 million as well. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Right, so let's beat Rangers, shall we? For a guy we have such high expectations for. Oh, Walter! Oh, I love him! any other keeper in the league gets lobbed there, Walter just catches it. William, thank you very much for the sub. Brendan! Look at Escobar go. Look at him go. We're just good at football. Rangers are done. They'll be relegated before the end of the save. I'm convinced of it. But just an iced coffee, like a cup of coffee in ice is nice. A cold brew is really nice. We're 3-0 up after half an hour against Rangers. Although he'd be quite useful to be on the end of him at 6'5". That's our centre-back who's just played that pass. That's how good we are. Come on, ref, you know what to do. Shh. I'm cross currently, boys and girls, because I don't know what to do. I don't know if I need to sell anybody. So in about 11 hours, we're going to have 3 unhappy players, I imagine, that we could have sold now. Spreadsheet, balls to a spreadsheet. I know registration usually is after the deadline, but also you usually get the option to do a dummy registration. Oh, it's appeared. With 5 hours to go, it's there. Right. Here we go then, boys and girls. This is going to get hectic. So, obviously Walter's in. McCrory's in. King George will come back to. It's going to be horrible if we can't register him. He deserves it. So, left back. Unregistered goalkeepers are allowed to play if 2 registered goalkeepers are injured. That's interesting. So, Mensah, how long's he injured for? Yeah, so he has to go in. We'll come back to Kobo, because we have got Pabega as well, so maybe Kobo doesn't need to be in. Obviously, Webster goes in because he's Scottish. Carling has played more than anybody else so far this season. Owen can cover both sides, so he should probably be in. And then at centre-back, we obviously need those 2. And then we'll come back. We need those 2 and him. We'll come back. So we need him and him. And then Albert, how long are you out for? 6 weeks. So we need Fernando. This is not going to work, I don't think. We'll come back to Escobar. And then we need Brendan and Bavage. Right. I think we can still fit. Do the maths, Kev. What, 3 more in, maybe? Potentially 3 more players? So who would those 3 be? It's not going to be King George. Edson, I think, has to go in as a defender. And then from the attacking players... Oh, God, Williams isn't even in yet. So Williams needs to go in. And then I guess Albert rather than Escobar, because Albert can play both sides. Can we then get Escobar? No. So Escobar's got to be transfer listed. So that means the ones who are going to get grumpy. The problem is, with Albert being injured, we can't sell him. So we have to put Albert in instead of Escobar. So Escobar we're going to have to sell. Holy smokes. Can I change King George's squad? Well, I think I already tried and he didn't like it. I can never remember how to do it from here. Hold on. If I right click on him here, I can do it. I don't know how to find it from that other screen. So make him backup. What's Romero? A squad player. Let's tell him he's a breakthrough prospect. Oh, God, no. Okay. So that means King George did accept the decision. Let's see if we can persuade him. So apparently they were our big signings of the window. We spent 16 million, but they're our big signings of the window. How's Moreira getting on at Sunderland? Brilliant. Because that's what we do. Celtic are wearing their green away kit as opposed to their green home kit, because there's logic in that. They've got our former backup keeper McCarthy as their starter, Celtic. That's how far Celtic have fallen. We sold him to them for like $250,000 back in the summer. Surely he's not gone in as first choice. He is actually starting for them. He is their first choice goalkeeper. Celtic aren't even trying anymore, are they? Right, if we've got any hope of qualifying for the knockout rounds, this is a must-win game. We need 3 wins, and this is one of the 3 teams we could potentially be able to beat. If you look at the other matches we've got, I mean, we're not going to beat Arsenal or Dortmund or PSG. So this is the kind of opposition we need to be beating. Right, come on then, boys. First ever Champions League match. Is it £2 million you get for a win in the Champions League? It's something ridiculous, isn't it? How much is it per win in this league? We'd quite like it, regardless. We'd like the prize money for winning football matches. Close to 3 million. That is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Brendan! Come on then. Going to be hard not to win if Walter never concedes. It's very true. Brendan scored again. Huzzah! I think this is my t-shirts. Holiday t-shirts. Look, I'm going to wear a purple shirt. Look at that. When in Lanzarote, wear pastel colours. Can't go there wearing black t-shirts, can I? Sound a bit blocked up. My throat is ruined. I've got hay fever. I think I've got a bit of a cold. Anna says I'm not allowed to take this t-shirt on holiday. Which, frankly, I think is a little harsh. Bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum bum. Albert's back training again. Hooray! Lovely to have you back, Albert. That all seems acceptable. Football goals required. How is Babbage already on a yellow card? A couple of minutes in. I know he likes to chase over the pitch like a madman, but maybe try not to foul people while you're doing it. Oh, there he is, look. Oh, fiddlesticks. He did so well until the finish. To quote the text commentary, probably. Do you reckon, as part of FM25, they'll update the text commentary for the first time in 30 years? Because wouldn't that be a thing if we lost some of our classic... Doubt it. Yeah, they're never going to change it, are they? I listen to the crowd noises. I'd be wary. I'd be cautious announcing that on the internet. I think you've just been added to some kind of list. In fact, Mike makes a really good point as well. Does it add realism? Because how often in real life do the football managers listen to the commentary? But they've made it very easy to turn said song off, because I would suggest 98% of people play FM with no sound on at all. I don't want the sound. I'm thinking of all the different places I've played FM over the years, lying in bed next to a significant other, on a train, on a plane, at work. Nobody wants sound to just randomly happen. This was off the last album when Coldplay were good. Before they did a U2 and disappeared up their own backsides. And now we get one of Brendan's longish throws as well, which are great, but not because of how long they are, but because how accurate they are. He always finds his man. Last good Coldplay song. Yeah, I reckon I could agree with that. Last good Coldplay song. It's not. Oh, Vega's become a Wonderkid as well. I think he's the second one to graduate to Wonderkid status. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. So we now have 2 legitimate Wonderkids in the squad. 2 legitimate Brazilian Wonderkids in the squad. Let's just check if any of the other kids have become Wonderkids. I can't believe Brown isn't. Seems mad that he's not become a Wonderkid. Because he's been brilliant. Edson, not yet a Wonderkid. Machinaka, not a Wonderkid. I mean, these guys aren't going to be. So we have 2 Wonderkids. Injury crisis. Yeah, but we've got a deep squad now. Crisis Schmeischish. It gives us the opportunity to... He's actually gone. He doesn't speak any English. But we've sent him on a leadership course. When Alison Vegas is our captain in 3 years' time, it's all because I accidentally sent him on a leadership course when he was injured. I have had some devastating news, by the way, boys and girls. Wait till you hear about rimming. Oh, I love rimming. I miss rimming. It's been so long now. That wasn't the devastating news. I might actually download it for my holiday. Skyrim's on Switch, isn't it? But yeah, we're going to see Peter Kay tomorrow night. And we're at the Birmingham Arena place that's right next to the Legoland Discovery Centre in Birmingham. So I had an excellent idea that we'd go a little bit early and go to the Legoland Discovery Centre. It closes at 2:30 on weekdays during term times. Tell them to leave the keys under the mat. I mean, the one positive is I'll still be able to get my picture of the massive Lego giraffe because that's outside. Is it only this term or they should be revising? I don't know. It might only be Fridays for all I know. I just looked up what time they close tomorrow. Thinking, do we need to get there by 5 or will we be okay turning up at 5:30, assuming they close at 6? And it's like, no, it closes at 2:30 on a Friday. Shoot! You could set up a pop-up shop selling Lego from 2:35. I could, although I don't have enough Lego to sell. Absolutely loving the Lego channel idea. Thank you very much. If you don't know if 190 plus is too many, then the answer is yes. Is it balls? Remember, that's between me and Anna. Can't buy food with bricks. Have you tried? I don't believe you've tried. Pay you in YouTube content. I mean, I effectively am paying you in exposure. I talk about you every stream. That's the kind of exposure money can't buy. He can't feed his lids with exposure. His lids are fed often enough. I talk about Topher more than NordVPN. That's a very good point. And they pay me to talk about them. Topher's the other way around. That being said, nordvpn.com/LOLLUJO is great. I will be using it extensively whilst in Lanzarote next week so that I can continue to watch my football through Sky rather than having to watch it on the really convenient foreign TV services that I may sometimes use from home. How could the playoffs possibly go wrong for Peterborough United ever? How can you watch Peterborough abroad? By using Posh Plus. I watch every match from Bourne, Massachusetts via NordVPN. Right, we're playing Arsenal. Let's not worry about coding. Let's do a football. Come on, chaps. Late winner. It's worth millions. No! What are you giving the ball away for, you plum? This could cost us, like, £1 million, this goal. I should fine him £1 million for giving the ball away. 800,000 for a draw. My goodness me. That's a good point. Why was that played at our ground? How weird. So that one we played at Starks Park. That one we played at our ground. Makes no logic. Makes no logic. Makes no sense. Someone's in for Critchlow. Now then. If they want to give me 30 million for him, he is theoretically available. Right, Falkirk. Oh, hello. What's King George doing here? Walter's just having a night off, apparently. Morale is high and he's in great spirits. I mean, fair enough, King George. Welcome back to the fray. Come on, Albert. Do a football. That's a penalty kick. Surely that's a penalty kick. How is that not a penalty? Critchlow did a cartwheel. Their goalkeeper is hurling himself around in there. My word. Where is he? Football. Penalty. We want King George to score. This is our centre-back flying down the right wing, by the way. We do total football these days. Shoot! I tell you what, this goalkeeper is having an incredible game. He is playing out of his skin for them. There'll be fans going home tonight who didn't even realise Walter wasn't playing because the ball never went near our goalkeeper. Right, a win here would be massive. A draw here would be pretty impressive, quite frankly. We need a big Walter performance. Oh, dear. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Yeah, that was alarming. Unless... Brendan? No, that's not Brendan. It's Jordan! Beautiful stuff. We're going to have a lovely day today. Not a very nice day, a lovely day. Oh, they're trying to do a Brendan throw, are they? They've got a proper long throw guy. Hate it. If we end up finishing level on points with Man City and Bayern like we are at the moment, I'll be very happy. And we've scored again. What a football match. Well, let's have another one. We're going to do another one. I can taste it. Jordan Bridge Wilkinson is having a match against Dortmund. Come on, we want 5. We've not just come here and beaten Dortmund, everybody. We have come here and thrashed them. What's managing the MLS like? Hideous. You know how doing transfers is the most fun bit in Football Manager? Yeah, you don't get to do any of that. It's hideous. What's happened there? We don't concede goals. That's our centre-back who's just done that, boys and girls. That's how good we are. Another guy that we just plucked out of the Championship and is now playing Champions League football. I'm dumbing rather than bumming at the moment. That's Edwin. This is another one of our former goalkeepers in goal. Is there anyone in this league who doesn't have a former East Fife goalkeeper? We are the goalkeeper factory. How have they got Edwin, who wouldn't discuss terms with us? He must be on loan there, surely. Nearly winning the league 2 years ago to being rock bottom with a quarter of the season gone. Football. So I guess us pushing into the top 2 has caused huge problems for Hearts, Aberdeen, Rangers. Boom. There you go. Perbega has a hat-trick. I like to know my team's working as I want it to. I mean, I just watch the highlights to see that my team's working the way I want it to. I don't need graphs and numbers. Oh, you little rascal! He has no right to score from there. Well. Lovely stuff. And we scared Topher as part of it. Amazing stuff. Can the board give me some more money, do we think? Should we ask? Hi, board. Can I have some more money? Thanks. Can I also have more wage budget? And then can you also improve the training facilities? Thanks in advance for all of the above. Well, after our glorious destruction of Dortmund in the previous Champions League match, we've got to believe we can win this one as well. And pretty much book ourselves into the knockout rounds if we do, before we have to play PSG, which is the ideal way to do it. We don't want to have to go to Paris needing a result, because I suspect we won't get one. But we've still got to play this lot. We've still got to play Club Brugge at home. Football. Hello from Canada. I'm recovering from horrible bum surgery. Thanks for making the afternoon bearable. We'll go attacking for the last couple of minutes. This will be 2 league games without a win here. It's not acceptable. We're supposed to be on the verge of using the button. And here we are dropping points. We were 10 points clear at one point. Now we are merely 7 points clear. It's not okay. Well, what an anticlimactic way to end the stream. But at least we're having a jolly nice time in the Champions League. And we will continue that Champions League run on Sunday night. Sunday will be my last stream before I disappear for 2 weeks. So it will be a party atmosphere, that's for sure. And if you want to hang out with me before then, there'll also be a block party stream on Saturday night this week, because we're at Peter K tomorrow night. So this week's Friday night stream is going to be on Saturday night, continuing to build the Disney castle out of Lego. And it doubles up as Anna's birthday stream as well. So you can all come in and say happy birthday, Anna.